You ain't got that accent. Yeah, you ain't Megan the Stallion.
I don't want to
Yo,
have. I
what
don't want
up?
to
What
have
up?
their
What up? What
accent.
up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Yo, Strip from the Gutter Network presents Yin and Yang the podcast, episode 75. We back with another one. Straight from the Gutter Network is sponsored by Sensational Smiles 845. Make sure y'all check them out. 2 West Main Street, Middletown, New York. What's going on, y'all? What's good?
What's good with you, cuz?
I don't know.
Man, listen.
There's a lot going on, man. A lot going there. What's going on? I heard I got a statue in New Year out there in New York, looking like
What?
somebody. But I'm gonna leave that alone. We talk about that.
Yeah, apparently they put the statue in Times Square. The statue is supposed to represent inclusivity within the city. So yeah, I mean the woman is a full-figured woman. She has braids, and it's a bronze statue, and it's right there. Apparently they had another statue prior to that statue with some white guy, and so now they put the bronze woman.
So I got questions. Being that this is a full-figured woman, I'm assuming curvy and voluptuous.
Yeah,
Okay.
curvy,
No,
voluptuous,
she
she's
no
fully
no
clothed.
no. Mm-mm.
But yeah, she is voluptuous. She is curvy, and she's fully clothed. They have her like a t-shirt and like jeans. But yeah, she is full figured, like the typical full figured, not like super voluptuous, but plus size, if you will.
Yo,
Okay. So
AKA,
okay.
yo, you talking about in Caucasian terms. She's a size
Yeah,
8.
Yeah, but
I would say 10.
Just,
I think they know.
okay,
I know.
okay,
I think
okay.
they misrepresented because first of all, they gave her braids. Um, I was just watching somebody. on Instagram. They said she looked like Letitia James, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Wow.
She's
Y'all
12
is
feet tall. Her shirt looked wrinkly. Her jeans look almost high water. The boots. I mean,
it's
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 it doesn't sit right with me. If you're gonna have it up there talking about you're representing, women of color, they
yeah.
they should have did a better representation. I mean, first of all, we don't know who this. Where did this idea come from? Like,
Very
who did y'all
random.
base it on?
I want to
Very
know.
random.
Is she a big back big girl or she's
Oh,
like
Yeah,
Yes,
shapely?
she kind of did. Y'all didn't see it?
I haven't
wait,
seen that.
hold on.
I have not seen it, so I'm
Hold on
questioning
one
because
second, sir.
you got big back, big back, big
Should have
back,
had a
big
big
back.
She looked like
man.
she got a hand on her hip, like she had an attitude.
Oh, she had two also. Okay,
She had a hand on her hip.
okay. I haven't seen it yet. This is new. This is news to me. This is the first thing I'm hearing about.
Hold
That's
yeah,
on.
it's
all.
like one of the most randomest things to come to New York so far.
Yeah. But, hey, listen. It's not wild, but I understand.
Yo, New York is different, man.
We've been different. This is
That
not
took away
Florida.
Toys R Us and gave us this 12-foot person. Okay, got you.
Yeah, I mean,
That's exactly what they do.
Hey,
wait, but
hey.
what are we supposed to do with it though? Right?
It's supposed to be a representation of what women of color or DEI, whatever they're trying to do. You gotta, when you see it, you're gonna be like, what is this?
All right.
I heard it was
Let's go.
supposed to be for inclusivity. So
Inclusivity. Okay.
Oh, I mean, Jessica did send me the picture, but I can't put it up. It's not coming through as a JPEG though.
um, yeah, a
And
friend of
I
mine, he's
agree. I
there in
agree
the
with
city now,
Lila.
and
Lila says she looks like she's a size 16 or 18. I think she does look like a 16 in the picture that I am looking at. I will say that.
yeah. So yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I gotta see who's the artist. Hold on, because Joey asked, "What up, Joe?"
Well, what up, Joe? What up, Lila? It's popping, Joe.
I don't know about this.
What?
Uh,
What don't you know, sir?
We gotta find. I gotta see this for real, cause
I'm about to send it to you.
See it? Look it up. I'm trying to find it right now to see if I can send a
No, hold
picture.
on.
oh, she's not. Well, okay, okay.
Not quite big back, but
Not quite big back, but
I
she
think it's a
okay.
bad representation of when it comes to women of
Take
color.
away from being big bad.
She's like 2 burgers away from being a big back.
Damn, she's 2 burgers. Let me shut up.
Yeah.
I must be 1 burger away. If she 2 burgers away.
It's all right. Listen. There's been worse statues in the world, you know, and this is fine. I don't have a problem with it.
I got a question though, because I said this to hubby. I was like, but you know how they say, statues is supposed to be like, sometimes they might be real people or whatever, quote unquote. That's the, the story that's going around.
Uh-huh.
So if you make a statue of someone, right? Somebody sent, again on Instagram, that look underneath the statue. If this is just a statue, why y'all don't make them look like Barbie and Ken? Why are they real genitalia underneath them?
Why would you want Barbie and Ken?
No, but like, why would you want real genitalia underneath the statue?
Because that's what statues should be. That's how they always been. Look at all the statues in Italy and things that nature.
I know, but why? But what's the point?
Hold on. But is it the same for the wax museum?
See?
And it's their real titties.
Oh man.
No, they're fake. It's wax.
I can't with y'all. Oh God.
Like most of these, like most of these girls, BBLs, it's wax. They rotten, they funky, allegedly.
That's true.
You know what it is? What I do have a problem with, because I'm just a very, very clean person.
So what you trying to say? She's not clean?
No, it's just it's just certain things, bro. It's kind of like you should know if you don't smell right.
Gutter, some people walk hair. They don't realize. Some people don't realize they have a walk hair.
Or the back wind.
Yeah,
like when they walk, like when you get up and walk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, some people don't realize that sometimes. So sometimes,
funky.
It could be sweat. Maybe they sit down all day and they get up and they didn't realize. And then if you go to the bathroom, you bring you a little spray. And
probably didn't wipe themselves properly.
Drink more water. Drink more water is number one. And number two,
bring wipes to the bathroom.
Yeah,
because that's one thing I've always had a problem with. It's when it's so big to the point where I have to question if you actually got it all when you wipe.
You can tell by the arms, because sometimes you ever seen, like, you can always tell by the hand, because a girl with a natural booty, her arm match the wipage where it fits behind, like in between, easily. But if her arms is too short to go around her behind, usually it's like half. Or so the nails.
So bam, so you're saying like if she got 60-inch ass, right? But then she got the T-Rex arms.
Right. How she's wiping.
That's crazy.
Like it doesn't go on, because your body naturally, if it is yours or whatever, it naturally, like you said, like people say, the thighs match. They starting to get a little better now, where they're getting smaller. The BBLs are getting more. They're getting more better now, where you don't have to get the big old natural, the big old way it looks like it. People are getting the little touched ups, little butt lifts now.
Okay.
And everything else, because some girls, I guess they say when you get older,
Mm-hmm.
Girls' booty. That's like how girls' chest drop. They say if the female's booty might drop a little bit, so they're getting a little lift. I guess
Mm-hmm.
because now you gotta butts and everything, having a big butt now, like not now, it's like in style, back in style again. It's weird. I don't know. But if
So
you
we
know
have a
if you
question.
don't want to rot in flesh, I'll check anyway, but okay.
We got a question, y'all. Do you erase text
Uh-oh.
text messages or unfriend people that have passed on, aka transitioned, aka whatever you believe in?
I still have it. I still kept them.
It depends on the person.
Really?
That's
What
yeah,
are the
because
criteria?
I mean, if you an ex that died, why am I keeping your stuff?
well, once you became an ex, I'm not keeping your messages.
Right, that's what I'm
What's
saying.
that?
But but you got some people that would like, they still friends or whatever like that. I mean, like, I won't like if they messages in my phone, I will delete their messages and stuff like that. I don't know, like block them. I mean, doesn't matter. They're not. I mean, no disrespect. They're not gonna hit you up or whatever like that. But like, I won't have messages in my phone.
For
But
Jessica, who whose message did you keep and why?
Whose messages I kept?
Yes. And you don't have to say names,
Uh,
but like, what was the relationship?
well, she was a coworker, and we've gotten close. I worked with her about a year and a half, and I used to go to her house for like barbecues. They used to have big barbecues at her house. I met her kids, her husband. She passed Christmas Eve that just passed, and so I went to her funeral. Um, it was sad because I didn't believe she passed when she did. So I actually left a voicemail on her phone, not realizing that she was already gone. Because I just saw the Facebook post and it was her sister, showing
Oh
condolences, but
wow.
I didn't. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I didn't realize until the next day that she was gone. So I still have her messages. And the last message I had from her was really sweet. So that's why I've yet to got rid of it. Because,
I mean, that's different. That's understandable. Something like I said, it depends on the person. It
yeah.
depends on the person. Like it depends. That's like people when it comes to pictures and certain things are memories. Like I won't leave something like that. Like certain things out. I probably put it, somewhere safe storage, a nice little book
Hmm.
or whatever, depending on like I said, the person and the situation.
Doesn't it? What about you?
I don't erase anything personally. I have artists. It's mostly artists that's passed away, rappers and singers that have passed away. I, I'll give you one. Hollywood Play from Brooklyn.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
Yeah,
day.
I met him once.
yeah. So it's like I still
Hmm.
got him follow. I still follow him on Instagram, even though I know there's no more posters coming up. I still got text
Hmm.
messages. You know what I'm saying? Even when I switch phones, you can stop getting these removing all the text messages. I still got all the text messages and everything
Wow.
else and things of that nature. So do I don't remove that. I think I leave it there just especially with those individuals that I think is real cool. Now if you're somebody I don't fuck with, most likely I ain't following you in the first place. But if it's most people that I'm following and everything to that nature, if you were to pass away, I'm not gonna just remove it. I think it's just something that kind of like memorializes you in my mind.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I look at it like that.
What about this? What if you have a sex tape with them?
Oh nah.
That's just disrespectful. That gotta get buried in a safe, put it in a safe
I mean,
deposit,
I ain't gonna
never
lie.
ever look at
That's
it
deleted.
again,
That is
or delete it.
deleted.
Like that is so
Delete it.
disrespectful to keep
Gone.
that. Gotta be erased.
Deleted. That's like just like how she
Erased.
said. Like this how like she said. An ex messages and everything deleted. Deleted. Nah. There don't need no arguments.
There's
No
no
nothing.
reason to keep it.
Don't need.
Yeah,
It's no need.
especially
What
if they
am I
cast off.
look at it for? To reminisce about what? What am I
Yeah, and it's
reminiscing
like,
on? Nobody.
all right, so
Oh, I
even
remember.
if you
I
have
remember
it,
back in the day when I used to sit and know.
I
yeah, like even if
mean,
you have it, and you get married, and it's like, oh my God, they find this. Like, wait, why do you still have this? This
I
person
mean,
passed
don't get me
on.
wrong.
There's no
but first of
reason.
all, you
I
thought I
mean,
didn't have a
don't get
life
me
before
wrong.
you?
Don't get me
Damn.
wrong. I did have an
Tread
ex.
lightly.
No. I did have an ex. No. I did have an ex. Not now, but like the now that ex don't have no access to me, right?
Mhm.
Only on social media, and that ex and not like that. I did
Wait,
have
hold on. He only have access to you on social media.
no,
That's
like I mean that's
Yeah.
not like access like that. Meaning like that's the only way if that person was to ever see me is on social media.
that's the
Like
same
they
thing
don't
with having
see
a
me.
cell phone.
No, they don't hit me. I blocked the DMs, but you can block the
Okay.
DMs and everything else. They can just see me. My page is open,
Okay.
so you can still block messages.
Right.
My page is open,
Got you.
so they can create another page and still see my page. You know what I'm saying? They can do that because my page is open. So, but to start trouble, that ex used to send me old videos.
No way.
Yes,
Yeah.
to start
Right.
trouble. Talking about remember this, and I'm like,
Was
but
it?
then wait. I
Did he
pulled
use
out
CapCut? Did he use
Wait.
CapCut to get the video edited and everything else?
Yeah, he tried to do it, but then he figured and then made a post talking about that he was gonna put it out there on social media. So I said to him, I said, yo, if you put that out there, I'm gonna put out the full footage and you're gonna be embarrassed. So can you please? I gave him
Not the revenge porn.
Word.
you would get embarrassed.
Oh,
I said, I bet you would get cursed out by a whole bunch of people and embarrassed before I do. Trust me.
A whole
You
bunch
should
of people.
You should edit the video down to like 30 seconds and make it look like he can only last for 30 seconds.
No, I didn't have to edit the video to 30 seconds. It was proof in the pudding itself. I didn't have to do none of that. Don't try to send me to my remember this. No, you remember this? Listen, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I tell
Reverse.
people all the time, there's nothing, not saying there's nothing, but you want to try to embarrass me? Oh, I got you. Got you, fam. I live for it. Don't do that. I'm a Gemini. I'm petty as hell. Petty rough skin. Yes. So that person no more. That person doesn't do it anymore, and they blocked on the DMs. I don't even know if they even followed me on social media anymore. But like I said, I don't block people.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, that was deep.
So hey,
Listen, man. I'm not being extorted. I'm not hearing all that extortion.
you can.
The other Bambi.
Uh-oh.
I hear these streets talking crazy.
Oh, you talking about the one that took a ponytail snatched out?
For a date will never be enough. I am so sorry, sir. I'm for sure gonna say, but you know what? I'm not even gonna give you the opportunity because I don't even want to date nobody else. I don't want to date nobody. Okay? Ever. Again. Sham, you set me up for failure. My ponytail came off.
Wow.
Come fix the pony.
50K
The whole
for a date
thing.
enough
Oh,
for
maybe I
that.
should just work it a little
Like,
bit.
what?
And you can see all my black hair in there.
She shouldn't smile so much.
So the whole point of the video is, right? So she's talking about 50K for a date ain't enough. A man gotta spend upwards of that to really show that he's interested in me, blah, blah, blah. And while she's talking all this nonsense, she brushes her ponytail right off.
I mean, the ponytail was cheap as hell because I don't know if you saw how fragile it was at the top.
That's what I'm trying to
And
figure out
then
where's the
the
50K
bleach
come from.
blonde, the bleach blonde at the top, it was just a mess. But I gotta give you 50K. Now, is this 50K including the date? Is this 50K like, okay, 40 for the date, 10 for you to just have? Like, how do we maximize the 50K to where I feel comfortable even taking you out and spending
Where's
50K?
the
Am I
date?
spending 50K in one night? Or are we going to Dubai? Is this an investment property? What are we doing with 50K? And why is 50K like, is this the first date? And mind you, I have to do this just to prove that I'm interested? Absolutely not. No, you'll be fine. Because I'm not doing it. This is really ridiculous.
God knew what he was doing when he said it's a girl. The doctors knew when he said it's a girl. Because me, if I was a guy and some chick coming up to me talking about 50K for what? Just like what you said, is this the first date? It's better not be a first date. And if it is a first date and I'm dropping 50K, you doing some very strange things.
Man, you doing fraud, you running credit cards, you robbing 6 banks, you giving me your firstborn, like you're just gonna give me your firstborn, first of all.
What is sex?
Like
what are we doing?
Ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. Like that's a down payment on a home. And I'm supposed to just spend that in one night. This is one night, mind you.
That's trip money.
Like, no. And then you sitting there, God knows where she was sitting. Looked like she was eating too. So you know her plate probably cost $10. Whatever brush she was brushing was like $3. The piece.
Yeah, it was definitely a
probably
plastic.
Like, get out of here.
Plate vibes. But yeah, for Peep Game, y'all. Michelle Obama has a podcast.
Uh-oh.
And
she's scamming again?
Wait, Michelle Obama be scamming?
You know how many podcasts she had?
What?
So many podcasts.
You know how many podcasts?
What more relevance do you need? First of all, we ain't see any past first ladies do anything that she's been doing. Like getting jealous over her husband because her husband's the president and she's just the first lady. Like that's not enough. First of all, you're the first black first lady. That wasn't enough. There's a video on YouTube explaining how like she's just like jealous and she doesn't know and she's like, oh my gosh, who am I? You don't know who you are by now. You're like damn near 60.
So in her podcast, she was saying that her older brother always held her down. And then when Obama came through, he always held her down as father figure, everything else.
Okay.
And she was saying that you don't truly become an adult until you lose your parents. Because while you still have your parents, here you always have that security blanket that you always have somebody to go to if something was to go left.
Wrong. Yeah.
Do y'all agree or disagree with that?
I agree to a certain extent. You could be fully on your own and still not need your parents. And then you got some people who are very estranged from their parents. Meaning they don't talk, there's no kind of relationship at all. So they really don't have anybody. The parent exists, but they can't go to them and say, hey, I need a place to stay for the night or whatever, you know what I mean? And of course, when you're a parent, that's when you truly, I agree, you do become a full-fledged adult because now it's just you. And there's nobody else you can run to. So, I agree to an extent.
I'm gonna go with Jessica to some degree. Some people, even if their parents have passed away, they're still not an adult because they're still not going to be responsible for themselves. They still can't handle their own situations. Being adult is being mature and being able to address things and whether it's up or down, you can handle it. Whether your parents are here or gone, it just solidifies that you have to address your things without any kind of help from your parents. Outside of that, like Jessica said, yes or no. It's a yes or no question.
Read Miss Lila's comments, sir.
I agree. Depending on the type of relationship you have with your parents, depends.
Yeah.
Depends.
I agree with that. Because the thing is, if you have that type of relationship with your parents where regardless of your age, they will forever try to look out, even if you don't need anything.
Hmm.
Some parents are like that.
Right.
My parents are like that. Um, like even if
So is my mom's the same way.
I'm telling you, like I'll drive to the city and I'll park in the lot because they have a lot now, a block down from them in the Heights, and before I leave, they give me bread when they hug me to pay for the parking and some gas. Like, and I think it's the cutest thing because it's like, what are y'all doing on on one check? Like, y'all over here trying to stress shit, trying to break me off like I ain't got it, trying to make me look broke and shit. But
They think of you as broke. That's why. You're my kid. You broke, nigga. Broke, bitch.
Yeah.
You broke.
Nah, I mean, no, I think it's a normal thing. Most parents, depending on your relationship with your parents, it had like happens. Like my mom, like I'm all the way up here in Texas, and my mom still, as y'all can see, my mom is actually in the chat. My mom looks out and she supports all the time. So like, that's my mom. My dad too. My dad was in the chat a couple of times too, a couple of times listening and everything else. So like, depending on your like I said, it's a yes and no. Depends on your
He
relationship with your
behaved
parents.
though. He behaved. He
So
behaved.
yeah. So it all depends. Parents
I
will
was proud of
always
him.
like if you look out regardless. Now if you was a bad kid, an ungrateful kid, I wouldn't. If I was an ungrateful bad kid, no, I would not expect my mother or my father to be like, you know what, you know what I'm saying. But I wasn't like no, like I think it depends. But other than that, you're an adult. You're an adult. Once you start paying bills, how do you say? Everybody's definition of adult is different. Once you start,
That's a
people say
fact.
once you start paying bills. Some people say once you're 18, you're considered an adult. Once you start paying bills, once you start popping babies, it's different ways of people say considered mentally that you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. God forbid if something happened to my mother, I'd probably be a kid for a while because that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? That's my mom. That's my dad. If something was to happen, I'd probably go back to being a kid mentally for a little bit. Like I said, it depends on again everybody's situation and how you take certain situations. So, but
Yeah.
it depends.
Nah, I agree with you, Ben. I'm the same way because it's kind of like we do we have to come to an understanding that our parents are not superhuman. They're not going to last forever. Of course, we should know that, right? But at the end of the day, I don't want to think about that. I want to enjoy the moments now. I want to enjoy having them, and because it's kind of like you do only get one life at the end of the day. Depending on whatever you believe in. But just share with your parents, man. And not only your parents, but just anybody that loves y'all, anybody that has genuine, organic love for y'all and looks out, love them back, man. It's okay to tell somebody to share love, and ladies to kind of fix your crowns. It's okay. Y'all don't always have to keep fighting each other or thinking it's cute to get on the Zeus network and you're a baddie and all that. Like, no, you look stupid.
Man,
Hey,
I don't
stop,
get that show.
stop.
The show has no premise. It just doesn't. It's just nonsensical. Like it's gotten so bad to the point where like at the auditions they're egging the foolery on at the auditions, and it's like okay, you get the ticket, and then you still gotta fight inside. It's like I don't see them doing any kind of walkthroughs, any kind of promoting things for the nightclubs that they go to, if they go to them, because God knows if they're even gonna go. It's like I don't get it. Like at this point, just make it WWE.
As I said, you might as well sign a boxing contract. Like y'all literally sign contracts to get your teeth knocked out. Like y'all, this is the thing. Y'all signing contracts to get your asses with.
For real, that's what it's gotten to. That's what it's gotten to. But yo, take a listen to this video, and then we're gonna discuss it.
If a man brings nothing to the table but great sex and attractiveness, what does that make him?
Scrub.
And if a woman brings nothing to the table but great sex and great looks, is she the same scrub?
Well, it all depends.
If a man takes somebody's life, what does that make him?
A murderer.
If a woman takes somebody's life, what does that make him? Her.
A murderer.
Let's go a little bit deeper, right? If a man is 500 pounds, what is he?
Obese.
No, I'm not asking you.
Okay.
We're talking here. If a man is 500 pounds, what is he?
He's overweight.
And if a woman is 500 pounds, what is he?
She's overweight.
If a woman eats a vagina, what is she?
Disgusting. That makes her a dyke.
And if a man sucks a penis, what is he?
He's gay, homo.
And is the woman the same thing?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the top, because we got to do this. I got to walk y'all through this, right? So if a man offers nothing but great sex and attractiveness, he's a what again?
He's a scrub.
And if a woman offers the exact same thing, then what is she?
She's trying to figure it out, see.
Wow.
Equality just doesn't go all the way around, does it? It just doesn't
First
go
of
all
all,
the way around.
don't use her as an example for females. Do not She is not a representation of moi. I don't speak French. She don't represent Queen.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
No, they do this on purpose. They do this on purpose. They get these women with these nonsensical ideologies and then put them on there and like, see, this is it. Like, no, like I've yet to see a male podcast where they bring on someone with an actual, like, common sense, someone who can actually have a dialogue. You know, there's always these nonsensical or young individual women that they bring on these podcasts and be like, see, this is a perfect example. Okay, like, we know these things exist in nature. Why they don't never challenge someone, like, who has something about them?
Because we don't fit the narrative that's trying to be put out there, not just for men, not just for us women, but even if you go on certain circles, vice versa. There's a certain narrative that they're trying to put out there when it comes to men and women on some, like, we don't need them, they don't need us, we are this, and the men are this, and people forgot about old school, like some of the old school values. Some of the, like, females out here forgot about certain things, don't even follow certain things anymore. So there's a certain narrative they got to keep up on. Like, think about it. Like, you see how we are here on this show, right? Yin yang. We got two guys, we got two girls, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And we also, everybody has their own opinion. You can clearly see that even, like, me and you, like, as the females of yin yang, we don't respond or act the same way like some of the other females that we see. So we won't really be on certain shows because, again, we don't fit the narrative. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna be out there just bashing men. Like, we might say one or two things that we might not like, but we not on there. We're not on here bashing. Like, you know what? Men are this, men are that. Same thing. The men Thousand and Gut are not on here like that, bashing. You know, they don't say all females. They say, you know what? There's certain types of females. Like how we get, the separation.
Yeah.
So that podcast in particular it creates a certain narrative. And a lot of us, there's a lot more of us that don't fit the narrative than others. So we won't be invited on certain things because there's a lot of females out here that don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
They rather be told a lie, but then they always say, "Oh, I don't want to be lied to." Again, y'all rather hear the lies because a lot of y'all females do not want to hear the truth at all. Like men too, but as talking to the ladies, we do not. A lot of us do not want to hear the unfiltered truth about ourselves sometimes, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there's a large, is there a large number of women that think in that manner?
In what manner? Like how we think?
No. Yeah, I think the way you think is more of a rarity.
Yeah, it can be. I think it depends because again, I know other females that are like me, and we hang around like we know each other and everything. It's a lot of us communicate, but again, it depends on with the narrative, with the media. People always focus on this. Like, if you go outside the media, there are females that will talk and have a conversation, and will let it be known and let a female know. Now, do you hear that more often? To me, no, to a certain extent. Because again, not everybody is, as honest and let their friends know and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I think it varies because we can say the same thing that depending on the guys, that men don't tell other men anything either. So it depends, but I don't know that. I don't know who talks to who. I don't know how people talk to who. I only know the ones who I'm around.
Okay. So if there were a female in that, if there were females that had that thought process that were around you, I know you don't have them in your friends, in your close friend group, but there were women around you that thought in that manner. Let's just say there was a group of women and some of them thought in that manner. Would you try to correct that thought process? Or you would try to have that discussion to try to make them understand that thought process was incorrect? Or you would just be like, you're ignorant and I can't fuck with you?
It depends.
It depends.
So, like,
it depends.
If they are willing to hear what you have to say, that's another thing. Because if they're not willing to hear what you have to say, they want to write you off, some people you just can't get through. And I'm not going to waste my time with that. You know what I mean? It depends on the person. Correcting people? No, people are set in their ways. People are going to do what they want to do anyway. You'll be wasting your time trying to correct someone like that. Because all you're going to get is the baddie attitude, the baddie ideology, and it's just going to be a headbutt every time. So you're better off just letting that person be how they are, agree to disagree, and decide if you're going to move forward where that person is just going to be a friend for certain situations. Like, that's just a turn-up friend. That's just a hang out, have fun friend. That is not the friend to take serious in terms of, like, you need help or to have that person in your inner circle. That will probably just be a person that you just do fun things with. And you just keep the line there. They don't really have your personal information, maybe your social media, but you keep it at that. There's a pocket for them, and that's it. And that's it. Y'all are just friends that have fun. But in terms of correcting people, I have given up on trying to correct people. I've learned to accept people for what they are, believe what they show you, and just act accordingly. Now, if you want to stay there and try to help fix correct, by all means, but they got to be willing to hear you. A lot of those women aren't really willing to hear you, or even other women like themselves. They're not even willing to hear it. So it's like, why should you waste your time? I'm not gonna do it.
I agree. Like I said, I have some females associates where I keep them at a certain extent because certain things are exchanged where they feel some type of way, or because of A, B, and C, or I'm out here or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm cool with you. I could rock with you over here, but when it comes to certain things like relationships and certain things, like it could be relationship, jobs, or whatever like that, I set a boundary. There's certain things I can't fix.
Not everybody is a friend, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. Not everybody is a friend, and it's okay to have certain people just as associates, where y'all just do things like maybe go to a bar, or y'all just go to tennis, or y'all just do yoga together. It's okay to have those people there. That's it. Sometimes you just need that buffer. where they're just there for that and that's it. It doesn't go any further. It doesn't go any less. It just stays right in that pocket and it's okay. You know, like even like book clubs are like that. Like everybody in the book club, they're not hanging out every night. They're not talking every day. They have their book club and that's it.
As
Yo,
a
wait a
therapist,
minute.
Facts.
as a therapist told me, because I'm the type of person that I throw away people very quickly and forget about them and don't remember them the next day. That you need to sometimes compartmentalize individuals for what they present themselves to be.
Yes. Very true. Yeah.
I mean, you have to do that. You know what it is? You have to do that to preserve yourself as well.
Of course. Could you
That's
imagine
fun.
having all your little compartments and always constantly being interacting with them all the time? Like
Hmm.
your head will explode. So remember, you're not the same with every friend group that you have. You know, I'm quite sure
Right.
you're more free with others, you're more private with others, you're more open with others, or more, others are more open to you. You're their therapist, so you have to be the one to listen. So you can't have that constant being pulled at in every different little compartment all the time. Like you would
Right.
be on all the time, and then there's no room for you to decompose. So you got to decompose from 5 different compartments that you just came out of.
Right. 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 You're right. Correct.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yo, there's a question going around because, as y'all all know, Diddy's on trial.
No.
And one of the things, right, that's always been said about this case is how is how are they charging this one man in a RICO, right?
Ah,
So somebody put something on the metaverse and it says, why hasn't the KKK been indicted in a RICO?
I mean, it's very true that they should be indicted. So just to put it out there, a RICO involves gambling, murder, kidnapping, arson, drug dealing, and bribery. So to violate RICO, a person must engage in a pattern of racketeering activities connected to an enterprise. And the law defines 35 offenses as constituting to racketeering. So those are the things I had listed before. Yeah.
So, all right. Based on that,
Okay.
the KKK is not an enterprise. They're an organization. They are an organization, but they're not an enterprise.
Okay.
Okay.
They do indulge,
In
for
what?
lack of a better word, in murder.
They do. Definitely do.
They definitely do. But based on that definition, they're not an enterprise.
Okay, so we can go a little further, right? So
Okay.
now we want to know, how do you get charged with a RICO, right? Okay.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
this is how you get charged with a RICO. So it's a person charged with a RICO violation must have been engaging in a minimum of 2 predicate crimes within a 10-year time frame. And now it also says these predicate offenses must also have been committed in connection with an enterprise. An enterprise may be a legal or an illegal one. It could be a corporation or a mob.
Okay. They just not being prosecuted because they're clear.
I mean, at the end of the day, we know what it is. A lot of these people who are in the KKK, they're either in the law enforcement, they're in the courts, some of them are judges, the Grand Dragon, sometimes they're judges, sometimes they're mayor of town. A lot of times they're council people. People in your council, people in your Senate, they're all connected. So let's just call a spade at the end of the day.
And,
All the definitions are there.
and thousandaire, not all the time, they're clear.
That's another thing. They got these neo ones now. So
and not all the time. They're clear, folks. We're not even gonna go there because we got some skin folks among that too. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of reverse racism that goes on, man.
And they have a lot of protections. You know, they have a lot of protections. They're connected. They're following the Constitution to the T. You can't really tell them much of anything. You know, they're not as brazen as they were before because, you know, before they had so much power, they could have done anything. You know, now it's not as prominent, but they still exist.
Right.
You know, they still exist.
True.
They're still carrying firearms. They're still preparing for whatever thing that's going to go down. You know, there's really not much, you know, they're keeping it low key for the most part. But it's very valid as to why they have not gotten charged with a RICO. Not even that one person? Not one?
Exactly.
Not one. Because I'm quite sure there's a few people who are just your average, your teacher, your nurse, your doctor, your mailman.
I got a question. Who said that they haven't? You just probably haven't heard. Remember, again, media, and again, there's a lot of things that happens behind the scenes because media only reports certain things to create a narrative. There's a lot of things that's going on behind the scenes if we actually pay attention. But I'm not saying but if for the people that's listening and watching, if you pay attention to behind the scenes, there's a lot of things that are happening that we just don't see because it's not on the main media, main thing. People go to Instagram and TikTok for a lot of certain things in news. See, like us, we go on the, you know, certain things, but we also do research outside of that. Where we can go to it, we can get straight from the horse's mouths and certain things, whatever like that. So just pay attention to the things that's not being said in the media, and you will learn a whole lot more. Like I know a couple of people that said they didn't know that Harvey Weinstein was in jail. They didn't know Abercrombie and French, that situation went down. They didn't know a lot of things. Like, you know, there's people who don't. There's people who don't, and it's not their fault that they don't know. Because again, you know, you would think you go to the news and you're supposed to hear what's going on in the news. You don't hear everything that's going on with just the news. And if you're going to watch the news, don't just watch the local, watch the world. Sometimes you might have to go and look at, you know, what's going on in other countries, what's going on and whatever like that. And you will find a whole bunch of other different things that you did not know and did not even realize. All I have to say. Yeah,
there's a lot of independent press that you can go on and get your information from. I mean, you may have to pay like what, $2-3 for it, but they're independent, so they're not really monitored by anybody, and you're gonna get the truth.
Correct. There's a Substack that I follow that does that.
Like for an example, like with the whole when we talking about Letitia James, there's a lot of things y'all don't even know behind the scenes. There's a fraud. There's fraud going on. If you pay attention to a lot of the different cases, the different things with the different laws that's going on, people have violated, people have said a lot of different things that is unnecessary, but it's been swept underneath the rug because, again, the media don't report it. But once you go behind the scenes and you see and you pay attention, some of the same things that people be coming at other people for, and why people are getting upset about certain things that's not happening and certain laws and stuff like that, we don't have to go into details about right now. You will see why and what and why certain things are being done and why there's a cause and effect on certain things. And then you notice that sometimes a lot of these places like to create a mental scare or AKA a mental slavery to scare people, because people, you know how they say, if you want to hide something, hide it where? Hide something from people of color, hide it where? In a book.
Hide in a book.
People don't read. People don't, you know what I'm saying, and everything, don't listen. People don't want to go and do it's too much. I'd rather wait for so and so to say it, and if so and so don't say it, then blah 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 blah. Or I'd rather wait for this person to say it, not realizing that the reason why this wasn't said because they can be involved in the other thing and everything too. They probably got their own lawsuits and stuff going on because they are in cahoots with the situations that's going on. Why everybody's upset? People need to pay attention that why everybody is so upset about certain things, which to especially try to make the world better. So again, take the media out and go behind the scenes and really pay attention to the news.
Yo, let me know what your thoughts are on Denzel's new movie.
There's more to life than just making money. It's integrity. It's what you stand for. It's what you actually believe in. Hey, bang! Do you believe in yourself? Revenge! Do you believe you'll be successful? Get the bang! And the hard times will come from the good times. The hard times will come from success. The hard times will come from the money, and the mayhem follows. So can you handle the mayhem? Can you handle the money? Can you handle the success? Can you handle the failure? Can you handle the lovers? Can you handle the memes? Can you handle everything that there is in between? That's the question I have for you. Got to get ready. Can you handle it? For the big payback. All money ain't good money.
All right, before anybody says anything, I have to see this movie because that is one of the 10 movies that he's going to be doing before he retires. Gladiator 2 was one. Okay. This is the next one. And he has 8 more before he retires.
Oh. But wait, before who retires?
Thousands is only doing that because he's from Mount Vernon.
No, that's right. But Denzel's going to be retiring, so he's doing this. He said that he's only doing 10 more movies before he retires.
10 movies, facts.
So Gladiator was one. This is the next one, and there's 8 more after that.
Ain't Black Panther? I think Black Panther too, right?
Yeah. Y'all know what's crazy? I didn't even watch Gladiator.
You need to see it.
The first one?
Second one.
I watched the first one.
He's the antagonist.
I heard it was good. Papa said it was good.
He was the antagonist.
Good. It's on Prime if you want to watch it. It was good. I thought the story was mid.
It is.
Denzel was good in it. The story was mid. It seemed like it took a while. It was it's like a reboot of the first if you really think about it. It's not a sequel, it's a reboot of the first one.
No. It's not a reboot.
I feel like it was because it follows the same steps as the first one in terms of like he becomes a slave. Well, I'm sorry to ruin it for you, but it's the same shit. It's the same shit. He becomes a slave and overthrows the government again. It's a reboot. It's a reboot. I'm sorry. I mean, they added Denzel's part.
It's not a reboot, but if I continue talking about it, I'm going to be giving away the story.
Yeah.
But it's technically not a reboot, but I understand where she's coming from because the premise is the same. The premise is still the same. It's the same premise.
The setup and the premise is similar.
It's still the same.
So it's like, okay, so we did this with a younger character.
Right.
Which is fine, I guess. But you could wait to see it. I mean, I waited to see it. I didn't go to the theater to see it. But I like Denzel's performance in it.
I'm really not pressed. Movies really just don't hold my attention anymore like they used to.
Because you're jaded.
If you want to see Denzel's performance, yeah. But you're not missing out on that.
I honestly believe he should have retired after that last Equalizer, but that's unpopular opinion.
I'm surprised. I thought he did retire.
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Hot take.
He was moving.
Jesus.
He was moving a little slow in that last Equalizer.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, no, I'm not saying he's not a good. I'm not saying he's not a good actor, but I thought that last Equalizer was like, hey,
No
hey.
Denzel slander.
I'm not slandering. I didn't say that he did a bad job. It was good. I did not say he wasn't a bad actor. I didn't say and everything that the movie was trash. I said the movie was good, but I thought that was his last one.
But how is it slander? It's not like he was moving quick and we're saying that he was moving slow. That's slander. He was really moving slow.
Yeah, he was. I get it, but still, I mean, I thought he retired from then. I didn't know he was doing any more movies. I'm just saying.
True, I thought he was done. I mean, he became a priest, right? Or was it a pastor?
No, that's what he did.
No, but definitely shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He is working on something with Denzel. Denzel is doing a video game school in Mount Vernon where the kids are going to be able to make money from playing video games and learn the gaming platform and all of that. So definitely shout out to Hip Hop Gamer for that. So they got that coming up, and definitely shout out to Sensational Smiles 845. That's Straight from the Gutter Network's official sponsor. They do have a another event coming July 12th. I'll have more information for y'all next week. Anything y'all want to throw out there for the people? Jessica, the BAM,
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing Lilo and Stitch live action.
The live action.
I'm looking forward. I think that comes out around the 25th or the 26th. I'm not sure. I think it's for Memorial Weekend. They probably trying to do it. I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to.
Wait. So they're dropping Lilo and Stitch the same weekend they're dropping the new Karate Kid?
I guess it is around the time. I'm not sure. As I said, I'm gonna find out. I'm looking forward to Lilo and Stitch. I'm looking forward for the new Mortal Kombat. I'm not really looking forward to Jurassic Park, but that's a reboot. They rebooting Jurassic Park. Yeah. They rebooting that one.
Well, wait, Ben, if you ever get a chance, play Jurassic Park on VR on the Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. No, I believe that.
Oh, God! When you get a chance, text me the info for that.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch is May 23rd.
Oh, see, I told you Memorial Weekend.
Oh, so it's a week. No, so it's a week before.
No, Memorial. It's the 26th. Memorial Day is on the 26th.
No. What I'm saying is, Lilo and Stitch is the 23rd, and the Karate Kid movie comes out the 30th. So I'm saying it's a week apart that they're dropping. So to all of y'all that do celebrate, for y'all that do no longer have your mothers here in the physical form, I hope that y'all did appreciate them when they were here. Happy Mother's Day to all of those that do celebrate. And hopefully y'all get, to do whatever it is that y'all want to do. Rest, turn up, whatever it is, or something in between. It's y'all day, y'all do whatever y'all want. But Bam, what else is coming out after Mortal Kombat? Is that it?
I saw Jurassic Park.
I gotta see Jurassic Park.
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of these movies, honestly, and also I tell people, go see these movies in 4DX. Do not regular movies. You watching your movies regular, to me, I think is blah. Spend that extra, $10. See 4DX. Watch so the seats can move. Unless you go into the one where they feed you real, the food and everything else, like I forgot what they have up there.
The dining.
Yeah, the dining. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. Those are good theaters too. But
hold on. I went to one that had 180-degree screen.
That's
a good one too. But 4DX.
Where's that one at, Dow?
5 minutes from my house.
Lies you tell.
I swear to everything.
I'm going.
But for those, the 40X, you feel the water, the seats move, and they serve alcohol.
Right.
You know, at Regal's.
Yo, did y'all hear that Regal is looking to open one that you can smoke weed?
That'd be nice.
Okay.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, are they gonna have like a smoking section? Or
They're
like
gonna have that popping.
Yeah,
It's probably gonna be a smoking theater. It's probably gonna be a separate theater. But them tickets is gonna be pricey. You know that, right?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Are you gonna be able to bring your own, or are they gonna roll it for you?
I mean, they're not gonna roll it for you. They might tell you to do a pre-roll. Like, for example, in Harlem right now, the paint and sip. There's a paint and sip in Harlem, right? The regular paint and sip they have in Harlem.
It's a smoking sip.
Yeah, the smoke. Yeah, now it's a smoking sip. If the paint and sip is like $50, the smoking sip is like $75, and it comes with, it's the same thing as the regular paint and sip. They give you a pre-roll, so you actually paid for the pre-roll. So that's why it's $75. You can bring your own, but it's $75.
So you got to pay $25 for one pre-roll? That's just
I think it's a pre. It's supposed to last during the whole paint and sip, for allegedly, from what I heard. I never did it, but when I went there for a paint and sip with my job before I left, and I saw people, people outside was smoking, but then they had a separate door area, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they was like, "That's the smoking sip," and they was like, "Oh, it's all right." It was like, "It's all right." But they give you a pre-roll, and that pre-roll is is one pre-roll for that whole. It's one pre-roll per person on that section.
It better be the Godfather for that shit.
So I'm like, hold up, wait. Like, you get one pre-roll to smoke while you sipping and painting? Heard you.
It better be the Godfather. That's what I'm saying. Please.
I wonder if they're gonna include hookah also. Like
that part. But there's a movie that I do want to see that's coming out next week.
What movie is that, sir?
Final Destination.
Yes.
Oh, Bloodlines joint.
Yes. Bloodline. That I want to see
Sinners. Everybody's telling me to see Sinners. I still didn't see it yet.
I saw Sinners like 10 times already.
I seen Sinners. I saw Sinners. It is something that you should at least see. I'm not going to say anything, but it's something that you need to see.
There's a whole universe of it. I heard the guy that did the movie in Black Panther. That he's doing a whole it's a whole sinner universe.
Okay.
He got another movie. He got another Sinner something coming out for 2026. And it's like maybe 6 other films allegedly.
That'd be interesting. I'm interested. I'm interested.
It's it's folklore. So they're gonna explore different folklores.
And allegedly they're supposed to be doing I think a Mr. Voodoo or something, Marvel. He's supposed to be working with Doctor Strange. You know what I'm talking about. In the comic books, there was a voodoo or something like that fellow that worked with Doctor Strange. They said that was he stronger than Doctor Strange? Was Doctor Strange stronger than him? But he was more into the voodoo arts or something like that. And that's supposed to be Lakeith Barron, whatever the guy that was in. Yeah.
Okay.
They're supposed to be, I think it's called Dr. Voodoo or Mr. Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo.
Yeah, brother. Okay, yeah.
Brother Voodoo.
It's supposed to be coming out of the Marvel Universe, and Doctor Strange is supposed to be in that one.
Stanfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely want to see that.
Okay.
Yo, I don't know. Final Destination and 4DX might be the move.
That's a fact.
I seen Saw in 40X, and the blood splatter when the seats is moving, and then when the blood splatter, you felt.
What? Wait. Okay, blood splatter. That's supposed to be water, right?
Yeah, it's water.
And the seats is moving. In Jurassic Park, you felt the dinosaurs. You felt when they was fighting. It was cool.
Like this, okay, but the seats move, right? It's nothing like grabbing you or nothing like that.
Nothing grab. No, it's not like an escape room. You good?
It's a ride. It's like a ride.
Hold on. In the escape room, they actually physically grab you?
No, depending on which one. I went to a zombie escape room, and they do have a zombie escape room where They do grab at your feet, your ankles. They might grab at you.
Wait.
Yes.
So this one that would jerk me off?
No.
You know what? I'm out.
TMI.
I'm just saying that they grabbing on everything.
No, they literally they grab at you. You feel the wind of them reaching out. You feel like they might grab you at your feet. Like if you're taking too long, that you might feel like you might see their eyes that they chasing after you. Yeah, I went to the favorite room like that, guys.
Yeah, I don't know about this. All right, yo, listen, man, we out of here, man. It's episode 75, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all Mother's Day weekend. Oh,
Happy
man,
Mommy Day!
All that good ish. You heard? We out of here.